Happy Friday. Sports of the Chad Benson Show is powered by NCA. National Certified Alarms, no long-term contracts, license number 645. Excited about the Olympics.
Oh, yeah?
So,
who do you think's going to win, Brother Chad?
The white nations.
Because that's
the
all
only
ones who do the winners.
There you go. That's why it's the whiter Olympics. Chad. Trump saw, this is my favorite Olympics. You guys don't say anything. Come on now. That meme, I'm sorry. Do better. That's all we ask. If you have to explain your position on something that much and defend it, even from other Republicans, maybe you think, you know what? We made a mistake. We'll just move on from here. But posting that picture today that's not class. I expect a little bit more.
Well, the explanation to it also doesn't really help.
No.
Because, okay, if there's somebody who decided that's what the president should post, then they're a moron.
Absolutely.
And how many other morons do you have in the administration?
Well, he is surrounded by a lot of people that probably shouldn't be anywhere near the presidency. And they are, like that thing is ridiculous. But
that was terrible.
It is.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. I mean, and I consider, I gave him props yesterday because I thought what he did with Savannah Guthrie, I thought that was cool. And then you turn around and you do something like this and everybody's all just get over it kind of stuff. No, this is the office of the presidency.
Dude, this is probably going to be. They're probably going to tonight on the evening news. They're going to tease this. They're going to go to Savannah Guthrie. Then they're going to come right back with this.
Oh, absolutely. And you've created a story that didn't need to be there. And first of all, you sent 60 retruths from all kinds of people about the election being stolen in 2020, all the while running around telling everybody, look, Epstein's in the past. Now let's go back to 2020. But this was one of those things where you could easily go, look, it was an influencer. I like what he had to say. I didn't see it all the way through with the memes. For that, and you pull it off, and then that's it.
Yeah.
But instead, no. Instead, you've got every place out there going, even when Rick's, you had
Tim Scott
come out today and say, praying it was fake. It was the most racist thing I've seen out of this White House. The president should remove it. And it's got a picture, if you guys don't know, it's got a picture of Michelle Obama and Barack Obama as apes.
It's just unforced errors.
Yeah, that's it right there. And again, it's like a joke. You think it's funny? You tell somebody, nobody laughs. You keep telling it over and over again. Doesn't get any better.
You two just don't understand 4D chess. Maybe if you'd learn, you'd figure out what's going on here.
This was bad finger painting. This is the kind of finger painting where you're like, do you remember the movie Scrooged? And he's like, how many fingers does it have up there, Grace? She goes, 8 on one hand. That's horrible. And he tears it up and throws it away. That's kind of what this is.
Yeah.
Unforced errors. Unforced errors. So we'll talk a little bit about that. So Lindsay Vonn skied today.
Even on a torn ACL.
She tore her ACL Sunday. And she skied today. And everybody's like, I can't believe she's doing that. Well, first of all, you can do it. If the meniscus is okay, and she got through today fine, and it's not even swollen because, who knows? I mean, they're in Europe. Who knows what's happened? She probably went over and got some sort of weird stem cells. But the thing, she's 41. This is it for her. If she was 21, I doubt she'd be doing this. She's 41. She's not coming back in 4 years to compete again.
She is going to do this.
Yeah, and they said she got down really well with no injuries, no problems.
Interesting.
Did you see her, was it Tuesday, doing squats with giant weights?
No.
After tearing her ACL. They said her ACL's gone.
Goodness.
So.
Are they pumping her up with Novocaine?
Yeah. Well, everybody's like, you can't believe she's doing this. You can't believe she's doing that? There are people putting liquids in their wieners to float farther, and this is the thing. You're like, I can't believe she's doing that. That story. I can't even believe that story. So here's another funny story out of the Olympics. Do you want to know why everything's run behind and it's a mess? Because they didn't deal with the mob. The mob is a huge part of what's going on in both of these cities because the cities, weirdly enough, are 6 hours of drive apart. They're co-hosting.
Brother Chad, there's no such thing as the mob.
Yeah. The closest they ever got to eliminating the mob, for those of you guys a little history, was when Mussolini was there. Mussolini hated the mob. And so he got almost rid of the mob. And then when he rose to power, the Americans funded the mob so they could fight Mussolini, and the mob's still there.
It's sort of like funding Al Qaeda while Russia's in Afghanistan.
Yeah. Well, they were called the Mujahideen. Then a little different. They were fighting our bad guys. So, but that's one of the big reasons. Apparently, the mob wouldn't give them stuff. Like they wanted cement and they needed certain things. And the mob's like, no. Oh, the Italians. You guys are the best. Just crazy. Okay, Ken, I want to know.
Yes, sir.
Who shot up the police?
So this morning, a detective in an unmarked car was conducting surveillance near the Walmart on Harding Place when, according to police, a light-colored sedan pulled alongside and opened fire, striking the detective's vehicle at least 3 times, but she is uninjured. This light-colored sedan, it's the only description they're putting out, was last seen headed toward I-24. That narrows it down.
Wow. So they knew they were being surveilled, I guess.
Well, police say that they don't think that this suspect was part of the surveillance operation.
Somebody just wanted to be, hey, you know what? That looks there's a sedan I don't like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you come to that conclusion, but yeah, nonetheless, I think that detective, at the very least, is lucky not to have been injured.
That's just wild. Just wild. Just sitting there surveilling somebody, and to think that the person that you're surveilling may not have even been a part of this.
Yeah.
That's a double weird thing.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Well, welcome to the weird world. Like, this is, the Savannah Guthrie thing. The more that I look at it, the more that the stuff, was like, they're talking about the timelines now, and there's a Nest camera, but they didn't have a subscription, but then they cut the stuff outside potentially.
Right.
And the neighbor said the couple days before there was a white van that's been cruising around the neighborhood,
right.
And it's all getting a little weird.
Well, you know what my wife told me? And I don't know this, but my wife says that like a couple of weeks ago, or maybe even longer, I think maybe she says about a month ago, Savannah was there she was there where her mom and her siblings live. And they were talking about where her mother lives.
Oh.
And that might have been a bad mistake.
That seems like a horrible mistake. I mean, what are you doing?
I mean, I don't know if they were showing her house or where her house was, but apparently, yeah, it was just something, Savannah was doing as kind of a, a lifestyle type thing. Hey, here's my family. Here's where, mom lives and that sort of thing. And now this.
And now come take her. And again, originally I thought it's a robbery gone wrong.
That's what I thought, too.
And I'm starting to think it's a lot less a robbery gone wrong and more of a kidnapping. But the question is why? And, of course, the conspiracy theory is because of Epstein, right, is one of them. That she reported on Epstein long ago and that she was one of the catalysts way back in the day on Epstein and stuff. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about that. But
yeah, apparently nothing's missing from the home. And, they intentionally left her mother's phone there. You don't want to be pinged. You don't want to be tracked somewhere. So I guess that's what's leading to the, the theory that she was definitely abducted. The blood, that's terrifying. I mean, this is an 84-year-old woman.
That's my thing right there. I mean, okay, the reality of what are you getting out of an 84-year-old woman? She's not the queen, right?
Yeah.
She's not worth $75 million. She's not, her daughter may be worth some money, but she is, what are you getting out of this?
Right.
That's I sit there and go, okay, so I'm just trying to put it together. It's like, okay, you're 84. So you're bargaining. Not only is she 84, she's 84 and very ill. So, you have a limited amount of time to make some sort of thing happen before it goes really sideways.
Right. And the way that, Savannah and her siblings were describing the type of medication she needs is apparently a daily type of medication just to stay alive.
Stay alive and also to stay out of continuous pain.
Right.
So the Guthrie incident is an inside job, says Ham. I keep thinking it's got to be somebody who knows the family.
And that's, gosh, so many things always point back to the family on stuff like this.
Yeah. Like we're not saying the brother-in-law did it, but allegedly. But, I don't think they're telling him don't leave town. Don't go anywhere. So it's the whole story is it's bizarre to think about an 84-year-old who had she's chronically ill with a bad ticker.
Right. Hey, here's another question, Brother Chad and Brother Bilal. Have they said were there any signs of like forced entry into the home?
No. They did say that they knew where all the cameras were, though.
Okay.
Well, and how much blood was found on the porch?
It looked like drops.
Yeah, like drops.
Oh, so maybe she was injured, but not.
She's an 80-year-old woman. You tried to pick her up. Her skin's probably paper thin. She might have just started bleeding. I don't think they bashed her head in. But you never know. I mean, again, you never know. It's just this whole, to think that, you roll up and you steal an 84-year-old, and my entire thing is, does she have like $1 billion hidden somewhere? And they're trying to get back at it?
Right.
Or because if you're trying to get at Savannah Guthrie, you may hurt her, but what do you think, that they're going to give you, $20 million in Bitcoin? That's probably worth $10 billion right now, $10 million?
It's so random, man.
Yeah.
It is just a very random case. And, yesterday Murphy took a call from somebody who said, well, why is there so much focus on this case? Well, for one thing, I mean, Savannah Guthrie is known worldwide.
Yes.
I mean, this is a celebrity case, but it is also, I don't know if this is like, many other missing person cases.
No, that's right there. The mystery of the case itself. Maybe a ransom note, maybe not.
Right.
Just a random go take an 84-year-old woman and disappear, and then you throw in the fact that she's famous.
Right.
It's not, and then there's nothing missing in the house.
And the media does cover other missing person cases when you don't know the status of the person who is missing. Those stories are covered. I don't know. I just don't know. Some people may be taking exception to the fact that it just seems like there's a whole lot of focus on this for Savannah's sake.
Yeah.
Well, part of it's also the fact that the people reporting are colleagues of hers. These are people that are in the same world and the same environment that she functions in.
True.
And it hits a little closer to home for them as journalists.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No doubt. I mean, they know. Half of them probably have met her mom at one time or another. So it's just I think it's somebody on the end, somebody who knows the family. May not be a family member, but I think it's probably somebody who knows within the family structure or something, who'd probably been there before. And here's the other thing. We're talking like it's one. Is it multiple people?
Right. And one thing I know, from my years of reporting is, and everybody knows this, hopefully you do anyway, law enforcement, they hold things back from the public. They know more than what they're telling us, and that's by design because they don't want to tip anything off.
Yes.
What's his name from TMZ was talking about there being stuff in the ransom note that had not been released, and the only way for them to know about it is if they were somehow involved.
Right.
And then
you got that guy that was arrested for the hoax ransom note. What a moron.
What a moron. What a maroon. What a maroon. So, fun today. We got Finally Friday coming up. We talk a little bit about Trump's unforced errors. Several of you have even said that. The Olympics, by the way, TB is coming out strong with his Olympic take today. Hope you don't think me less patriotic, but I think I'm rooting for the Dutch speed skating team, the females. I'm with you, TB. He goes, the entire team is money. They are, too, because I follow like 3 of them on the old Insta. They're all money.
Man, those speed skaters, Their lower core strength.
Oh, their legs are massive.
Man.
You know who is it? Jake Paul's engaged to one of the U.S. speed skaters. So he's over there, I'm sure, causing hell. Apparently,
He's probably setting up a fight.
she's apparently, for what everybody says, she's one of those, like, a diva of divas. So there you go. You're a diva speed skater, and you're marrying Jake Paul. There you go. Good times. Little Finally Friday coming up. All kinds of good, fun stuff on the way. Oh, and right now, an American, here she is. What is she, 13, 14 years old? Our superstar skater out there with punk rock hair? Let's do it. Let's go, America. America.
I got to watch this.
Yeah, Benson, Super Talk, 997. So we're sitting first after the team event in, I guess it's the short program of the figure skating. I don't know. I didn't know they had a team event. I thought it was just India. I thought it was just, guys and then the girls and then the mixed. Oh, I'm like, no, it's a team event.
It's a team event, Brother Chad.
There we go.
It's a team effort.
Hot diggity damn.
There is no I in team.
No, but there's a me. Especially if you get rid of two other letters. Somebody said, well, you explain what the whole Obama thing was. And it's such the White House. So the meme was somebody in the White House, because now it's somebody in the White House, as if Trump is not going to proofread and
his account.
Yeah, his accounts. It was hacked. Somebody in there posted something. Trump gave it okay. It was all about, it was from a guy in Kentucky. So it was a Republican in Kentucky who had put this out there, and this is all about 2020 election. And the meme at the back end is Trump is the king of the jungle, like the Lion King, and that the Obamas are on ape bodies, so their heads, and they're like, cover something else. How about jobs? You want us to cover jobs? The consumer confidence? You want us to cover that? No, I didn't think so. So, but, Senator Scott was pissed. He has every right to be. He called it like the most racist thing he's ever seen come out of the White House. And yeah, I mean, and if it was somebody else who did it, which is always, hard to prove it wasn't, but it's also hard to prove that somebody's up late at night and truthing out 60 things in a row without Trump's knowledge. But do I think he watched it all the way through? Probably not.
No, he just saw it, posted it.
Yeah.
And the White House comeback is, okay, well, if it's not that big a deal, then why did you take it down?
That's that right there.
Just unforced errors, man.
Unforced errors, It was like yesterday. You start the prayer breakfast off by calling Thomas. You insult a bunch of people, starting with Thomas Massey being a moron. And, you don't always have to do it. You don't. I mean, and the unforced errors. And you guys, anybody here follows sports. When things are good, you can get away with a little bit more, right? Teams don't have to like each other. Stuff can happen. And you're starting to see this amongst the Republicans because the polling numbers are awful. And they're losing in areas that, that they probably shouldn't be losing in, like Texas. That whole thing was, if you guys didn't see, the state Senate seat in Texas in Tarrant County, which is basically just outside, it's Dallas-Fort Worth area. The guy that won it the other day, Trump won by 17 points. He won by 14. She outspent him 20-1, and Trump endorsed her.
It's the first Democrat to win that seat since 1991.
That's a long time ago. That's pre-Kid Rock. So, yeah, you've got to start looking around and asking questions about, okay, how are we doing things? Not everything has to be a controversy. And, yeah, the media could blow some stuff out, but don't give them more, ammo. It's that simple. Somebody said, who is it? 6305 thinks that Mrs. Guthrie was kidnapped by the cartels because Trump has put their thumb on them and is taking away all their money. No, they're making billions. They're not, and that's the Mexican cartels. He wasn't going after the Mexican cartels.
Well, and they're not going to do something like that.
No, there's that brings in heat they don't need.
Right.
That brings in all kinds of heat. They don't want that kind of heat. There's a reason. Do you know that they could just they could blow away every Border Patrol agent standing on the Rio Grande if they wanted to. And they don't. Why is that? Because of heat. They don't want the heat. They don't want to torture Americans. They don't want to kill Americans. They don't want to do anything. And I've always said, and I was talking to an FBI agent, and he says, once, he said this straight up. He goes, once a white girl named Sally gets shot in the middle of Phoenix by a cartel member, everything would change in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and who wants to kill your potential customers?
There you go.
Well, exactly. Yeah. And I think they operate kind of like the mob does. You have soldiers and you have civilians.
Yes.
And you don't mess with the civilians.
Do you remember, God, I forget his name. What year was it? It was way back in the day when they tortured that DEA agent.
Oh, that was in the late 80s,
was that
I think.
The late 80s? It took them years to recover because America was on their ass. And they tortured that DEA agent, and he was like an informant. But they know what to do and what not to do in that situation.
And their biggest concern is just moving weight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Moving weight. Drugs. They don't care. Whatever they need. If tomorrow we wake up and they're like, America's addicted to cotton candy, I guarantee you they'll all have push carts with cotton candy on.
The black market for that will pop up instantly.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a good name for the
They're
next
selling addiction.
Line of products.
They're selling to whatever your addiction is. They're finding your need and they're filling it.
Right.
Which is a shame. So the halftime show, just to let you guys know, the halftime show, the Faith and Family one from TPUSA, it's going to be on TBN. I'm like, excuse me? The Trinity Broadcasting Network? No, there's like no way that can be on there. I'm like, have they never heard Kid Rock? What do you think? This is my question. Okay, here's an honest question. I love Kid Rock. I love his music.
Yeah.
I want Kid Rock to be Kid Rock. I don't want him to come out and sing hymns. Right?
That would be something.
Right? I don't want him to come out and just, sing, some, hymns or just try to, or something from Stryper. We were just watching earlier because I was like, wouldn't it be hilarious if it was like this? The Woodstock 99, right? So his band's rocking out. He comes out dressed like a pimp with giant fur. And every other word is the F word.
And before he even gets on stage, his DJ is dropping F-bombs.
Oh, God, he couldn't stop cussing. Are you effing ready to go? Could you imagine that? Those little blue-haired ladies. What? Oh, good God. It is just... are we really at this point where it's like everything has to be a clash? Everything has to be a clash. Yeah. We just can't just go, you know what, every once in a while you just let it go. And just move on. Everything has to be. But this bishop who's promoting it, bishop somebody or other, and he's just like, I'm super excited. And then every comment was, do you even know who Kid Rock is? Go listen to those lyrics and then come back and let's talk. Especially the one about statutory, how it's mandatory. Oh, Lord. I can't believe that, Cheyenne. So, but I will watch. I'm probably going to watch. Well, you know what? I won't
I'm going to watch both of them, man.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm going to take my dogs. I'll take them down. I might go have to cross the street and get some more snacks, right? Make sure everything's okay. That's what the halftime for me is for.
Well, wait a minute. I don't have TBN anymore.
Oh,
Can you get it with rabbit ears?
Yeah, but you can also get it on the internet.
Oh,
it's going to be both.
I forgot about the internet.
But I want to watch it on TBN. I hope they're announcers. Oh, God.
Listen to me, man. I sound like I'm in the 80s. What channel?
Oh, my Lord. Oh, TBN. What was it? I don't even know. Trinity Broadcast Network.
They probably got an app.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, they got an app for that.
And then it'll be on Turning Point USA's. They'll probably on their social medias.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. It's going to be, But the thing about Kid Rock that's great, yeah, he loves America. He's awesome. And again, Kid Rock, I love to watch him rock. I want to watch him rock.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch him hold back. That's what I don't want. That's no fun. You know, that isn't. Maybe he's just going to, was he going to sing American Badass at TBN? but
he's got to sing that.
Yes.
If it's Kid Rock, man, you've got to.
And bomb and a bong, a dang, a ding. That's what I want to hear.
That's like whenever Iron Maiden came a couple of years ago, and a guy I know said they didn't sing any of their own stuff.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
With them, it's part of their process. If
Yeah.
they have a new album out, they concentrate on the new album.
Right.
When they're touring off cycle from an album, that's when they do the hits.
Yeah.
Well, they should put that in the ticket. Hey, guys, this is only going to be new stuff, so
we're
if you
just
want to run
gonna
to the
play
hills,
the
you
new
better run
stuff.
away from this. Right? And we didn't even bring Eddie. So it's like, no, then watch how many people show up.
You got to have Eddie.
Got to have Eddie, mate. Got to have Eddie. Sports of the program is brought to you by NCA, National Certified Alarms, and long-term contracts, license number 645. A lot of other stuff. We'll get to some football stuff. I'm pretty pumped about it. We know where you stand. I'm going to give you my pick. But some of the stuff, it's interesting, some of this stuff that's, how much stuff cost, who's getting what, all of the chaos there, and the ratings, too, which is a shock. Because I'm going to surprise you with how big the ratings were last year and what was the biggest part of the Super Bowl last year. We're going to discuss that, a bunch of other things. Got some of your text messages. And yes, we do know YouTube's not working. That's Bell's fault. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Christians are all after me now. Just a reminder, everybody that I know listens to your station is a God-fearing, church-going believer in Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. There's a difference between your moral and moral.
So the guy that called himself Rock and Roll Jesus is going to be on the Turning Point USA show. Okay.
Again, I love Kid Rock. What I'm saying is they're pitching it as not as faith and family. No offense. Family doesn't come to mind with Kid Rock. I'm not saying he doesn't believe in Jesus. Probably does. But I'm putting it out there that the things that made him famous, the music, who he was, that's what I would like to see. Hell, I'd like to see him in the regular Super Bowl. You know, it'd be hilarious if he ends up appearing on the big stage with Bad Bunny.
That'd be something.
That'd be funny.
And you know what? He probably knows Bad Bunny.
Probably does.
Probably does. So that's just it. I'm not mocking Turning Point. I just think the fact that it's at TBN and the whole 9 yards, and there's always this competition to be more patriotic, to be more this or more that, rather than go, let's celebrate a little bit here. We all got a little bit of something going on. And let's have some fun. But for me, it's like if I go see, like we were talking about with Iron Maiden, if you go see Iron Maiden, would you like to hear him at least play a few hits?
All of them.
Yeah. If I go see AC/DC and they're playing their new stuff called, Depends, right? And they don't sing Back in Black, I'm like, this is stupid.
A whole lot of Rosie.
Yeah, not even. That's a whole lot of naps.
42, 39, 56. You could say she's got it all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is what I want. And look, I don't care that he cusses and says horrible things and drops the F-bomb and has a good time. Christians, you guys do it all the time. It is what it is. He has a good time. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Right? There's nothing wrong. I was just saying, though, I find it to be kind of funny the way that they've pitched this thing and the fact that we're fighting over a halftime show, which, by the way, last year, biggest Super Bowl of all time. 127 million people viewed the Super Bowl. 133 million watched the halftime show.
What was the halftime show
played it?
last year?
Was it me? Was I on it?
I can't even remember who it was.
No, it was Kendrick Lamar because they all wanted to see if he was going to say something horrible about Drake, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And he did.
Did he?
Yeah. Yeah, he did his song about, the Drake thing. But 133 million.
The best I've ever seen was Prince and Dr. Dre and Snoop
Dr. Dre and Snoop. That's the last one I can really remember was Dr. Dre and Snoop. Because it's the only one I actually go, I want to watch this. I want to watch this because, because I grew up around Long Beach, around Snoop and everybody, and I want to see what it was like. And it was awesome. It was. So, again, I got nothing against TPUSA. And Somebody said earlier, he goes, it's kind of good that Kid Rock's there. I mean, you think about all the people that have been at TBN for a long time. They like to party, too.
They probably do, man.
Bruno Mars was amazing. You know who's weird?
Yeah, he was good.
You know who was weird? What was his name? That Weeknd.
Oh, The Weeknd. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't really into The Weeknd.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I think he's a very talented guy. His music's just not my cup of tea.
You know what? Have you heard Bruno Mars's new song?
Oh,
so good. That guy is so
he is
good.
He is good.
He is just so talented. He is. I mean, that's one of those things where you're like, man, I wish Prince could have seen, because I bet they'd be doing a lot of stuff together. He is good. All right, coming up, hour number 2 of the program, we'll get into the fun of the football, including what it cost to go to the game compared to what it used to cost to go to the game.
$50, right?
12. 100 million gazillion dollars to go to the game now. It's insane. I looked earlier. One ticket that's way up in the nosebleed was $6,800. Single ticket. You're not going with anybody. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997.